Welcome to English Total Grammar Lessons. Chapter 20. The Future Perfect. In today's video, we're going to talk about yet another form of future. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We upload content to help you improve your English every week. Okay, without further ado, let's start. Today we're going to learn how to use the future perfect in conversation. The future perfect can be used to talk about actions or events which will be completed before a specific time in the future. Here's one example to see how this works.
If things go according to plan, I will have graduated by the end of this year.
Yes, time to get real. Let's move on to talk about sentence structure. This is the structure for the future perfect. As you can see, first there's the subject, followed by will or won't. If the sentence is negative, then the verb have, and finally the main verb in participle form. Let's take a moment to talk about the context for the use of the future perfect. This is your typical work week. This is Tim. Tim started working on a project on Monday. We can use the future perfect to say that he will have finished the project by Friday. This means that the project will be completed sometime between Tuesday and Thursday. But definitely before Friday. Here's one more example.
I'm late again. The movie will have started by the time I get to the cinema.
As we said in our last video, there are many ways to describe future events. The future perfect is another one. Let's move on to question formation. This is the structure for questions in future perfect. The question starts with will, followed by the subject, then the verb have, and finally the main verb in participle form. Here are some examples.
Will you have gone home by then?
I'm not sure. Will you have completed the report by next week?
Yes, absolutely.
At this point, you have probably noticed that there is consistency to how questions are formed in English, especially in terms of the position of the subject and auxiliaries. Finally, let's have a quick recap for the use of this future tense. Today you have learned that the future perfect describes actions or events which will be completed at a specific point in the future. For instance,
we will have visited 8 countries by the end of our trip.
As you may have noticed, by introduces the latest time by which something will have happened. So now you should be familiar with all common forms of future in English, namely will, going to, future continuous, and now future perfect. We hope at this point you are familiarised with them enough to talk about and describe future events in conversation. So start practicing today. That's all for today. Leave us a comment if you liked this lesson. Thanks for watching. This is the end of chapter 20.